Hello and welcome to another update video about Polkadot. Yeah, the recent dip, it's more than a dip, the crash has done a lot of damage on this chart. You might remember, I'm not very positive, I haven't been very positive about DOT, and I don't see the potential of all-time highs. That hasn't changed. However, what I thought might happen is a more direct move up, like an A wave up, a B wave down, and a C wave up, and then we could have broken down. It didn't form that last move up, meaning, well, that means either the top is already in and we're breaking down already. Yeah, I can't rule that out. It's entirely possible. So that would be further confirmed if we get a break below the August low at around 360. I mean, this is a breakdown point. Yeah, I've sketched it here as a range. I mean, any break below that lower line, that's probably it, right? Yeah, what we can do actually is to make that a little bit clearer in red. Okay, yeah, it's at 360. We can have the upper line in green, and then this would be our breakout line to the upside, which, however, I would only see as a temporary breakout to form the C wave as per previous videos, right? So bullish point of view, we have a wave 1 to the downside. This is an A wave up. This was the swing high in March 24. This here looks like a sideways range, which could be a B wave triangle. A, B, C, D, E. And the triangle is an A, B, C, D, E pattern. And this E wave could, well, first we need the D wave and then the E wave. And then once the B wave is complete, and it must not break below 360, then we can watch for the C wave up. And we have an A, B, C, and then it goes down like that. This would be short-term bullish, yeah, but it could spend some time in the sideways range. It's not a completed triangle yet. There are, of course, always ways, how the price could move higher. And triangles are patterns that are not very stable. They are rather fragile, and it might break earlier, Still, though, we have very clearly defined range. We're now at the sort of in the lower half of the range. Now, from a bearish point of view, this could break out to the downside directly even sooner. A wave, B wave, C wave, D wave. All we need is an E wave to the upside in yellow, and it could complete a top there and then break down. That's what I mean, all it needs is a bit of a bounce, and a break below the August low might, settle it, and it breaks down. So not a great chart. There's just nothing clearly bullish there for now. There's no clearly bullish setup. It's essentially range trading. That's what it's turned into. So it's not very attractive. On the shorter time frame, the chart is trying to recover, obviously, after testing the lows. Okay, and as I said, from a short-term bearish point of view, I mean, essentially, I'm expecting a bit of a bounce now, but it could just turn into the yellow count, and what then? It might not even go to new highs. Let me copy the subwave structure over here to this chart, and it might be this. We might have bottomed in the D wave of the yellow triangle, get an E wave up, and it might then break down. This is just something to consider. Just something to consider. In the short term, what would be ideal here is an A, B, C structure, and that could be the E wave in yellow or the C wave in white. So that's what I'm going to track now in the short term over the coming sessions, this ABC structure. If we zoom in a little bit further, then we see there is a bit of a bounce, yes, but it's very small. There's no point even trying to label this. This is especially, if we had a very clear context, but we don't. So there's no point labeling this. Of course, needless to say, it needs to hold a higher low now. To keep going and grinding higher to complete that A wave potentially, which is part of that next leg of the triangle, right? Quick explanation: in a triangle, all the waves A, B, C, D, E are corrective, which means this here could be an A, B, C structure in the D wave, and the A wave itself can be corrective. So we're dealing with not a very good or clear structure. We need to be careful there. And yeah, I mean, kind of upside breakout still possible, has reduced in likelihood, and I would track this as a triangle in the short term until the market tells me something different. That's the update about DOT. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye bye.